Hello everybody and welcome back to advarsitysports.com and our football game of the week preview. I'm Jimmy Graben. There's never been more on the line than this Friday night right here at Honkers Stadium between River Valley and Yuba City. It's the 7th annual installment of the Mayor's Cup. The Falcons need a victory over the Honkers if they want to secure a playoff bid in the Sac Joaquin Section Division III postseason. On the other side is Yuba City, looking for their first outright league championship since 1987, a 25-year drought for the Honkers. So let's head down to the practice field and talk to the coaches. Okay, I'm here at Falcons Stadium alongside River Valley head coach Brandon Asher. And Coach, this is playoff time for you guys, not technically, but to keep the season alive, you got to win this one on Friday night against Yuba City. Talk about the playoff mentality that you talked about last week that you guys are taking into this final game of the regular season.
When you get down to the last few games of the season, you're right. I mean, teams that had a decent season, they're playing every game's playoff game, and on top of the Mayor's Cup and the biggest game all year for these guys, usually both sides. We've got to be physical. We've got to come out and be physical and kind of set the tone to play on Friday night. That's kind of what we've got to do. We've got to come in and be the more physical football team.
And confidence-wise, you guys are coming to this game with a win against Yuba City last year, a big win, first win over the Honkers. So talk about how that kind of gives these kids some confidence going into the game, knowing that the kids in the past have done this before.
Yuba City has a good football team this year. I mean, not taking anything away from them, but these kids, they've played with them. They played. We talk all the time. They've played with these guys since Pee-wees, Pee-wee football. And so, I mean, our group of kids, they're confident they can play with these guys. They're a good football team, but we believe we are too. And right now we hold the Mayor's Cup, and we're going to do everything we can to keep it. And the kids, like I said, if they show up Friday and work hard and get after it, I think we have a good shot.
And this is the first time it's a meaningful game, not just bragging rights. Last year both of the teams were out of the playoff picture, but this year you guys both have something to play for. Talk about that a little bit, how cool it is to have both of the teams playing for something this year.
It's huge. When I first got hired as a head coach 4 years ago, my biggest thing was I said, how cool would it be for Yuba City and RV to be playing at the end of the year for a league title or a playoff berth, or for both of them, because it is about the community. It's about we all live in this community, and it's something special to see the local teams starting to do better. And first time ever, I think, that Yuba City has an opportunity to win league outright. First time in playoff history for River Valley. So I mean, that's something huge for the community, and I'm pretty excited, and the kids are excited about it.
What's kind of the coolest thing about this rivalry? You mentioned the kids growing up playing together. What do you enjoy most about when these two teams play each other?
What I've told everybody I work with at the school and whatnot, and everybody said, no matter who wins that game, it's just a fun atmosphere. I've told them, come out Friday night, whether it's at RV, Yuba City, wherever, you come out and you watch a game, and it's a fun atmosphere. You root for your team, and that's what it's about. It's about the kids fighting out there on that football field, and it's like we said last year, both John and I, if the kids are fine, if the other people would grow up, we'd be okay. So, it's let the kids play Friday night, have fun, come out and watch it, because it's going to be a blast, and that's kind of what we're looking at.
Okay, that's what's happening with Coach Asher and the Falcons. Let's head on over to Yuba City and check in on the Honkers. Okay, I'm here on the sidelines at Honkers Stadium alongside Yuba City head coach John Ithaburn. And Coach, you guys are about to make some history on Friday night, or have the chance to make some history against River Valley, looking for your guys' first outright league championship since 1987, your senior season here at Yuba City High School. Talk about the impact of this season and the history you guys are in the process of making.
Well, obviously it's been a good season. To win 8 games in a season, any season, for this school is a good season. As far as the history of it, it's great. Our goal was to win a league championship. As far as making history, I mean, that wasn't really part of our plan. Part of our plan was for these guys to have a successful season and to win this league.
What are the similarities, though, between the two teams from '87 and this year's team? Both, on the verge of going 9-1, and very similar winning ways. So talk about maybe how they're similar in some ways.
As far as the team makeup, very vastly different. Okay. It would take too long for me to try and explain it all. But the one thing in common that both teams had, these kids don't think about it. They just go play. They like to play, and that's what we like to do. We never set a goal to do anything other than play every game as hard as we could, and I see the same thing out of these guys.
Now, to finish the regular season 9-1, you have to go through your biggest rival, the team that beat you guys at their place last year. You've got them here at Honkers Stadium on Friday night. Talk about what you expect to see from River Valley on Friday night.
You know, River Valley's an enigma. You know, sometimes each week from the films we've watched this year, I'm not sure what defense we're going to see. I've seen them in a 3-5. I've seen them in a 4-4. They were in a 5-2 against Intercom, and so, you know, you got to prepare for that. And we've also seen them, you know, in games where Dove is at quarterback, Nelson's at quarterback, Isaiah's at quarterback, and so we really don't know. And in, you know, the history of this game, there's been times they've come out and they're in something we've never seen them in. So to prepare for it, we just prepare our kids to play a good, solid, sound defense against anything that may come out.
And talk about this game's impact on the community. I know a lot of people come out. It's a great gate for, you know, everybody. And, you know, talk about how this is a community event now, the Mayor's Cup. This is the 7th year in a row that this game's been played.
You know, it's a fun game. People get to come out. They get to see people they haven't seen in a long time. They get to watch the boys of this community play a game. And I like to point out it's a game. You know, a lot of feelings go into this, and things get personal, and it shouldn't. It's about boys on a field playing a game, which is a, you know, I'm going to say it, is a relatively stupid game. I just enjoy it, and I enjoy watching the kids play it. I don't enjoy the drama that goes along with it. And so, you know, it's, you know, I don't really know how to go into that other than come enjoy the boys.
Okay, we hope you do come out and enjoy the boys on Friday night at 7 p.m. at Honkers Stadium, Yuba City against River Valley in the 7th Annual Mayor's Cup.